Oh, what is up, everybody? We are late, super late. I'm still sharing the show out. Welcome to the pre-show. This is the part where we talk about what we're gonna do on the show. Andy's here. It's real easy. On Mondays we do previews, right, Andy?
That's all we're doing. We're just gonna look at comic books coming up, folks. That's all we do. Nothing special.
Comics coming out this week. Nothing special. We talked about it the other week. DC moving their comics back to Wednesdays, and it's kind of gonna
Yeah.
screw up my Tuesdays. I like to jerk off at work, Tuesday afternoons.
Yeah,
You
but
know,
now, yeah. And then to just be like, hey, look at all my DC stuff is sitting here. I get to read that. But
I can
nope,
just
not
read
anymore.
it. But yeah, now you can't do that anymore. So, yeah, we started late, so let's just do it. Let's get into it.
Let's go.
Hoo is hooty hoo.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'd be
And I'm
culturally
surrounded
inappropriate
by
for me not to
assholes.
say.
But yes, you are.
That's me at
I'm an
work
asshole.
too. That's me at work too. We're surrounded by assholes. Oh, and Taylor made it too. Right on time, per usual. Oh, I gotta get some more intros. Greetings, geeks! Welcome back. It is another episode of this Geek and Comics Outright Geekery's comic book shit talk show.
Shit talk show.
Gomer, Taylor, Andy, hanging out, talking about the new
Hey.
books. I just saw you guys 23 hours ago. Did anything cool happen worth mentioning? Good. Nothing happened to me either. I slept and I worked.
That worked, yeah.
Yeah, I hated both of them. I was up like every 2 hours, man. When the temperature changes, like it's hard to find that happy medium in your house sometimes. And yeah, I was either shivering because I was sweating, or I was just sweating because I was so hot. But
Yeah, that sucks, especially when like you go to bed, right? And like I can't change it during the night, so like
right.
I gotta have the covers on so that I can sleep. It's not chilly, but
What I
then like
need is
I
one
get
of those.
sweaty after a while.
What I need is one of those smart thermometers and like an app right there all the time. It's like say beep 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 beep. Beep, No, I ain't doing that. Anyway, if you see something, say something, chat. We're talking about all the new books coming out this week. Some drop Wednesday. Most of them are going to drop Wednesday this summer. Some drop Tuesday. Some, if you know how to do it, you can get right now. Anyway, we're not going to tell you how to do anything illegal. But March 6th, here we go. And this is a big week. It's a big week.
Big
Even
week.
though a lot of places do not have a lot of comics coming out, it's still a really huge week, one we've been waiting for. So we start off at Boom. Pine and Merrimack, this is like the couple, married couple who is like small town investigators. I'm so far behind on this. I've been wanting to read both of the first two issues. They seem like they're coming out really quick, but I'm gonna have to check that out because I do want to check it out. I want to read that. Ranger Academy hits issue 5, and Under Heist hits its second issue. First issue, this was pretty damn good. It's about stealing stuff from the underworld. So, Dark Horse is here, but only because it's merch. Only because it's merch. That is a problem with the preview, the Diamond computer. Their database is still showing Dark Horse, but only if it's merch.
Well, that's lame.
It's not cool. Yeah, that's lame,
Yeah.
dude. Because I like their comics up there, like it used to be.
Yeah, what are
Diamond,
the
come on.
comics up there for?
They're gonna
Damn
give
it,
Archie a
Diamond.
spot up here soon. Anyway, moving on. DC Distinguished Competition. Batman hits issue 145. Very worth noting. It's a new arc. We're done with Joker year 1. It said stunning reveals. I didn't hear anything stunning about it. I tend to read, all that news. I didn't hear anything. So I don't know if it was good or bad. But pretty cool cover here by Bruno Redondo, a favorite of ours around these parts. Just really fun.
That's a good cover.
Oh yeah, that's
I'm
gorgeous.
pretty sure he did the same thing with a Nightwing. at one point.
Well,
And he just kind of got
Nightwing doesn't cut that
delete.
silhouette, that like Batman does with the cape, though.
Yeah, but he can just kind of cut out that, boop, cut out that filter or whatever, and then put in a new one. Or layer. I guess there are layers in that.
How dare you
and we get
impugn the work ethic of Bruno Redondo? You
Bruno
fucking
Oh, no, I
asshole.
would never do that. It's just no. Dude, he was like one of our favorite artists of the year. I think he was my favorite
But
artist.
you're
of the
over
year.
here
You're not-
accusing him of phoning it in. I'm just gonna pull up my old Nightwing cover and
It's
just
just
copy
like Greg
paste this
Land.
shit.
You know, Greg Land traces, but
How
he's the best
dare you
illustrator on the
compare Bruno
planet.
Redondo to Greg Land?
Wow, Gomer,
That's
deep
awesome.
cutting over here.
That's
Deep
awesome.
cuts from Gomer.
That
Prick.
is. But
The
they got a
fuck,
blank
Gomer?
black variant. Not sure why. But hey,
Huh.
that's cool.
I mean, they do blank variants
moving-
all the time. I'm just not sure why this issue of all things, though.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like
I
that's
mean, who's-
like a premiere
Who's going to
issue
take
or like a
a
standout issue.
black cover variant to the Comic-Con and get it signed? It doesn't make sense. You do that with white covers.
I'd want someone to do like a markup on it, you know, like.
And
But I don't know what they would do on black.
they
It would
started
be
off
very
with like the
unique.
white sketch variants, but now they do them like in all the different colors, which I guess you gotta get the appropriately colored markers because otherwise,
Yeah,
you
you gotta
know,
use
Yeah.
silver or like a white, something that pops. You
Yeah.
know, you can't say, "Yeah, I could give the artist, hey, yeah, give me $50, come back in an hour." And he's like, "Yeah, it's Batman," and he didn't do shit on it, and you're just like, "Okay, just his signature. That's Batman. It's Batman on black. He's hiding in an alley. Of course you can't see
man,
him."
Gomer over here just fucking insulting the work
Shitting on
ethic
the
of
artist,
every
I know.
artist on the fucking
It's
planet
so
here.
unintentional. It is so
Pretty
Is
easy.
the
unintentional.
Dude.
Kizzy artist just fucking sitting there twiddling their thumbs?
These people put in hard work, Gomer. How dare you?
Yeah. Birds of Seven hits issue number 7. I've been enjoying the hell out of this series. It's a whole lot of damn fun.
Yeah, Birds of Seven.
Yeah. Oh, Birds of Prey number 7.
You said Birds of Seven.
Oh, did I? Sorry,
Yes.
I left the word out. Anyway,
Whatever. But yeah, this has been a lot of fun. Looking forward to this
Oh, yeah.
new issue.
Yeah.
it's fantastic. Yeah, it's really great. Blue Beetle hits issue number 7. Detective Comics Facsimile Edition 411. I guess it's Talia al Ghul's first appearance. Oh yeah, it says right there.
Oh,
Talia.
okay.
Oh, Talia. Yeah.
Yeah. Something on there.
Bruce's lover.
All right. I did not know what this was off the top of my head, but yeah, that's a pretty
either.
important part of his supporting cast, you know.
Yep, I didn't
Yeah.
know either. Somebody on a Facebook
His
group.
actual baby mama, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, his actual baby mama.
Damien's mom.
Damien's mom. No wonder he's so fucked up. Oh, and a blank variant. Again, we always shit on these.
That doesn't even begin
But-
to explain.
Well,
why
at least
Damien's so
this
fucked
one
up.
you could draw on, you know. Although, again, why the
Yeah.
fuck would I get a
Yeah, I know.
blank variant on a fucking
know.
facsimile?
It's
I'd
like
rather
your
have a
own
facsimile cover.
The
Yeah.
whole point is that I want this like classic cover
looking
from like
cover
years
vibe.
by.
Yeah.
Now that
I
being
don't-
said, I guess this isn't like the most iconic cover of all time, but it's still a facsimile, you know.
Yeah, and it's still. I mean, if you wanted to get the blank one and have some new artist do a Talia on it, that would be cool. You know.
Yes. I mean, I guess this
Well-
is more famous for like the appearance of Talia than it is for the cover itself. So I guess that's. But they also
Yeah.
do this for like some of the most iconic covers of all time, and I don't understand that at
Yeah.
all. You know.
It doesn't make sense to me either. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
to me.
didn't they do that with the Amazing Spider-Man one, where it's like the first appearance of the black suit from
Yeah.
Secret
Yeah, I'm
Wars, and
pretty
they
sure
had
they
a
did.
and they had a
Like-
blank cover? That
Yeah,
made no
they
sense. No,
probably did. I don't know.
no, I want the cover. Give me the cover.
Yeah.
Mm. Sorry. Green Arrow Volume 1 gets collected. Fantastic arc on that. It's only going to be 2 arcs, so maybe you should wait and save the extra $8 because I think it all collected in one big one. It will probably be cheaper, but
I would wait for
Neil
I would
Before
wait for
Zod
the
number
second
3.
arc.
Rumor has it that Ursa, made famous in the movie, you know, the Superman 2 back in the 80s,
Yep.
passes away in this, is murdered by someone or killed or something. Just saying, that's the rumor. That's
Well,
the
they are
rumor.
putting
Oh.
all the death flags on the cover here. You know, like who will die. You know.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
she's prominent on that other cover you just showed.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, right there.
she's
Yeah.
beautiful in that too. Yeah, just like a big crush on for me when I was like a young boy. You know, it's like, oh my god, you know, it was fantastic. She was just awesome. Poison Ivy hits issue number 20. David Nakayama gets an amazing looking cover
Oh,
there.
that's a beautiful cover.
Yeah, that's gorgeous, dude. I love it. Shazam hits issue number 9. We really haven't been keeping up with that. Suicide Squad Kill Arkham Asylum. This is basically based off the video game, so we're not really keeping
Yeah.
up with that either.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't think.
video game tie-in stuff.
Yeah. Superman 78, The Metal Curtain, number 5 of 6. This has been pretty good. I've kept up with this pretty. I think I may be an issue behind, but it's really fun throwback to see these older characters from that 78. Basically, the movie we were just kind of talking about. You know, at least it's the one that came for it. But yeah, really fun story. set in that old universe. I hope they do more of those. They just did a Batman 89 one and a Superman 78 one. So
I mean,
I don't
sure,
know.
there's
Maybe
definitely
they
an
could,
audience there, you know.
yeah,
Yeah.
maybe they could continue like the Wonder Woman show. I don't even know if that would like be a thing, but
Well, I could
there
see
are
him
options.
doing.
They could
I
do
could
it,
see him
like-
doing that. Yeah.
Like the
Yeah.
old Linda Carter stuff, yeah.
Yeah, that'd
Yeah,
be kind of
do
interesting.
Christian Bale Batman. Bring his universe back, damn it.
You know,
Play the rest of that movie. That'd be rad.
that was long enough ago now that that is kind of falling into like nostalgia territory.
Yeah, we're old as fuck. We all old.
Yeah.
We all old. So what else we got? Superman Emperor Joker Deluxe Edition for $55.
Now,
Man,
That's a big ask.
It's a
but
big
it's-
ask. I mean,
it's a lot of talent, dude.
it is a
That's lot
good
of talent.
story. I mean, I don't
It
know
is
if
a good story. Yeah.
this is
but-
what I feel like kind of goes under a lot of people's radar, but this is a pretty fun little like alternate reality thing. Like fucking Joker takes Mr. Mxyzptlk's powers and just it's as crazy and as fucked up as it sounds like. They
Yeah.
really push the envelope on what you can get away with and it still be like part of DC's mainline publishing, you know?
Right,
and
and
it's
have it still be kind of
PG-13 too.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and still have it like kind of fun. So
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I don't know if I'd pay $50 for it, but this is a story that's worth checking out if you haven't at
It
some
is.
point.
Yeah,
It
it's definitely
definitely
worth the check out.
All right, here we go. Batman: The First Night, number 1 of 3. It's a Black Label. It's Dan Jurgens, Mike Perkins, 1939. The world, still reeling from the horrors of the First World War, is on the brink of tipping into an even more gruesome conflict as fascism is on the march and gathering strength in America's darkest corners. Against this backdrop, a series of violent murders has begun in Gotham, and recent emergence of a mysterious vigilante known as the Bat Dash Man.
That is how they originally presented his
That
game
is-
back in the
That's
original.
the OG
is.
version.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a lot
Has
of
the
good
power
touches
for-
here. Like,
I think so too.
sorry, go ahead.
Well, I mean, that's basically it. It's Batman in his original sort of debut year, 1939, and they're placing it within the context of history. Like what we
Yeah.
know was going to happen, they're making it
yeah.
happen.
Yeah.
This is fucking fantastic. Captain America, and especially, well, I think Captain America, maybe more than any other character, now that I'm thinking about it, has done this beautifully throughout
Yeah.
history of
Oh, yeah.
comics. Doing it with Batman is a really fun idea, dude. It's a
Yeah, I really
fun
like,
idea.
and I love the pulpy noir look they gave him. Like, it has kind of like that those old Bob Kane like super
Yeah.
large ears like he originally had, and they got like the cape
Yeah.
down really well. I bet he has purple gloves on too. That's how. It was.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
probably.
But yeah,
But I think we're still going to get this like a modern day sentimentality. We're definitely going to get a
Yeah.
modern day spin on the history. And yeah, I'm so anxious to see where this goes. There are so many opportunities in this. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Oh, a world paralyzed by anxiety and a desperate populace crying out for release. I mean, that sounds awesome. Dude, this could be
Now-
the next animated movie. The first time
This
I
could
read
be
the
a lot of
preview
fun.
for
Yeah,
this
like
a month ago, I said this could be an animated movie. This is got that potential because you could do it with all that noir shit and make it all throwback, and
yeah.
it would just be unique and
Yeah,
different
just
from
call up
anything
the
else they're
creators for
doing
the
right now.
Batman the Animated Series and just have them work on it and make it just perfect.
Right?
Now I
they're
typically
still working.
wait to get the Black Label stuff in collection. I kind of give it the indie treatment nowadays, but
Sure.
I definitely look forward to reading this eventually, even if I don't pick up the issues here.
Yeah. So you missed out on the. Well, I won't even mention it. Anyway, moving on to Marvel, House of Ideas. Man, a book I'm actually kind of excited about. The Aliens What If story. It's written by Paul Reiser, the guy who played Carter Burke in the first Alien
Oh
movie,
yeah,
or
this
Aliens.
is the What If He Lived one that we
Yeah,
talked
what
about.
if he lived? Burke. It was Burke. That's straight out the movie. After they get out of the containment thing or the medical unit, and then shit hits the fan. I mean, I hope they don't spend the whole like first issue just replaying him and what's her name passing away in the hallway, or maybe they're or in the air duct, but maybe they're changing it. Oh yeah, did they do the? That's in the room, man. Yeah. What the hell? That's in the room, man.
So this is really, I guess, like what if Wayland Yutani like gets what they want, because that's like Burke's whole thing, right? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it might be a better, like a story more Burke related and not so much
I guess.
in the
Well,
aftermath of that.
yeah, he has
Because
to
I mean, they're showing
survive.
us moment by moment from the movie now. I can only expect that it's going to continue that way through the rest of the comic. Like it's not going to flash forward. somewhere. But
I agree with you. I think what you were originally saying there. I hope that they don't just recreate the fucking movie.
I
Let's
mean, it
get
looks
to
like-
let's
yeah.
diverge that timeline pretty early into this issue. You know, I don't want to just I don't want to
looks like they're
read
just-
the movie. You know,
It looks like they're just setting up to where he dies,
Yeah.
and in the preview right there,
Mm.
and then you get his where he would've
hopefully it's
died.
just like 5 or 6 pages.
Yeah.
And then they'll move on. Into
Yeah.
the next
Yeah,
moment.
you just
where
need a
him and
little,
what's
like,
her name don't
By the way,
die.
this is what happened, but then here's the new story.
I mean, like
and we'll
just
see.
get to the assume that your audience, like, if they know who fucking Burke is, just assume they know what
right? I
happened,
know.
right? So just,
Especially if you know who Paul
It's all-
Reiser is.
all you need to know-
because
yeah.
All you need to know, it's in the room, man. It's in the room, man.
that's in the room, man.
It's in the room.
Now, there was once upon a time when if you told me that like some old actor was writing the comic book, I would have been
here
like,
we
well,
go.
this
I
is
love
probably
this.
going to suck. But
Yeah.
I can't say that anymore. I mean,
No.
fucking Michael Dorn, the voice actor for Steel, and of course, Worf. He came out and he did a pretty fucking good run on Steel.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
The two guys from the Black Eyed Peas, not those
Not
two
those
guys
two.
from the Black Eyed
Not
Peas.
the other two, the famous
Yeah.
two.
The
other
less
two.
famous members of the Black Eyed Peas are doing some pretty solid Spider-Man stories.
Yeah. I mean, it's really crazy. I think we should get jobs at Marvel. Anyway, moving on. Love this Scotty Young cover. Love the Scotty Young.
They can
Oh,
afford
yeah.
this.
They wouldn't
They're
take it.
cheap.
Cutesy aliens
wouldn't
are
take it.
very well done.
Yeah.
There.
Avengers hits number 11. Okay. Now, let me just say, Jed McKay, we talked about him last night on our new show that we do that every Sunday. But we talked about Blood Hunt, Jed McKay's upcoming big summer event over at Marvel. Well, today, and it sucks because they did it today, they released some more news about Blood Hunt. There's like a 5 or 6 member villain team being introduced.
It's another
Blood
one.
Hunt.
That's exactly what I was thinking when they released that. It's like this run has been nothing but the Avengers fighting these little mini boss squads, and now they're doing another one for Blood Hunt.
Stop, Jed. What are you
It's not-
doing? Why do
They've
we
been,
need a
they've been
team?
enjoyable, but just like it's time to maybe just do something else for a minute. I don't know.
See,
They're kind of
here's the thing,
forgettable
you don't-
though,
you
because
don't
again, the
need-
Avengers beat them in one fucking arc. These assholes
Yeah.
from Blood Hunt are not going to be around when Blood Hunt's over. I guarantee it. They're
Exactly.
not just going to be
You
hanging
don't
around.
need these. You don't need these like lower tier. I mean, you're already fighting a horde of fucking vampires.
Yeah,
You
why
don't
do
need
we...
a lower tier like mini boss squad to be like, haha, we're gonna come fuck things up. No, you don't need that. You
Yeah.
just need a big bad at the end of the story to kick some ass. That's all you need.
Yeah, I mean, with that said, though, I've actually been enjoying this Avengers for the most part. I wish
Yeah,
Jed
I've been
McKay
enjoying
would
it.
kind of get on with it a little
Oh yeah,
bit.
it's good still.
But come on, man. Yeah, Mark Brooks is doing
Ugh.
these now, Taylor. I know we are a fan of these. Just
No.
the headshots. These are actually, I
No.
think, a little
Hate
bit
'em.
better than the other ones. Yeah, I hate
That's
them too.
setting a
There's
low
at least,
bar.
yeah. Oh, they really did. They really did. But I kind of like the front view. Like it's looking into my soul, into my fucking soul.
I mean, honestly, I would enjoy it a lot more if they just had a fucking neck. Like if this was like
I know.
them actually like a photograph style of like just
It's
like
just
top of
their
their body.
heads.
But yeah, that's
Why?
weird.
It's my
This
head. It's
embodied
John
head just
Malkovich.
floating.
It's
Ugh.
my head.
Why is it just
anyway,
their
moving on.
heads? Make it stop.
Captain America #7. This is the JMS one. This has been fantastic. Okay, there are a lot of great Captain America runs. Okay, this I think is going to go down as one of them. It has been really, really good, dude. Really,
Yeah.
really good. Nothing else there.
Yeah,
just
no
good.
arguments
You're
there.
right. There's really
sorry,
nothing else to say.
Give us a fucking second. I didn't know you were done talking. But
Oh,
yeah, this has been
no,
excellent.
I just wanna
stuff.
show you this next cover.
No more. No more.
Stop showing us these. But he's working hard. He's got 2 out in the same month. But no, I mean, this has been a really fun run. It's really cool. I don't know if they're going to continue doing the like the parallel stories between the past and the present. But it's been really well handled so far, and I'm definitely looking forward to whatever it is we're moving on to next. I mean, Cap killed a fucking demon king in the
let's
last
see if
issue,
this- Yeah. So this is solicited out until May, so I guess it's going to keep on going. That's as far as we're out so far. So
Yeah, I mean,
all right,
if they
cool.
got to issue
Daredevil,
7,
Gang War.
they're at least
Yeah,
getting to
go
issue
ahead.
12,
Yeah, keep going.
Right.
You're
No,
out.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been enjoying it really a lot. It's great. All right, Daredevil Gang War number 4. I can't wait for that
Don't
to be
care.
over. Doctor Strange number 13. Yeah, don't really care about Doctor Strange either. I just haven't been reading it. It just kind of fell through the cracks. And again, I don't know. Jed McKay is either like a big win for me or just a
And
miss.
the current problem with the Doctor Strange book is it's not tying into the God's book that Hickman's doing. So
I mean, that's the
there's
problem. Yeah, you're not wrong
no,
there.
that's the
Yeah.
problem.
I mean,
right
it
there.
doesn't
Gods is
have
kind of
to,
over
but
my head, man. I'll be honest. Gods is kind of over my head. Like I'm so Hickmaned out on that book. Like I don't know what the fuck is going on. Yeah, I need to go back and reread them. All right, Ghost Rider, Final Vengeance. Oh, that's a poster. We get giant size Spider Gwen number 1. I'm not sure who asked for a giant size Spider Gwen. It's Melissa Flores and Alba Glez. Pretty cool Brian Hitch cover, but yeah, it's just a big Spider Gwen book.
Yeah.
I'm just not a fan of the character so much as to get a number 1 or a
I
bit
mean, the
exercise number
characters.
1.
I mean, the character's been slumming around the Marvel, like the main universe and also her own universe for quite a few years now. And the character got a big profile boost from that from the Spider-Verse movies. So
Right.
I mean,
Yes, you did.
yeah.
Yeah.
All the
So
Spider
I'm not
people
surprised
are
this is
doing
a
great.
thing, but I don't know. It's probably not something I'll check out, but the character has her fans, and good for them.
All right, now let's get it over at Marvel. Miss Marvel, Mutant Menace number 1. Iman Vellani, Scott Godlewski, one of my favorite artists, is doing the art on this. This is going to be dope, dude.
It is.
I like the first one. I like everything going out of Krakoa. I think, if anything, post Krakoa, when we move into whatever's coming next for the X-Men, Kamala Khan going to be at the top of that party. She's going to be running that party, at least in part. There's so many mutants, but her having such a high profile, her being basically kind of the doorway to help bring mutants into the MCU. Not that Deadpool isn't just kicking that fucking door down, but she is
Deadpool will kick
definitely
the door down. Yeah.
Yeah, but she is definitely one of the characters who's gonna, is a big star for Marvel, and they'd be stupid not to include her in
Yeah. It's
whatever's coming next.
Thanks to the Disney Plus series, which is great, by the way, if you have not watched it.
Oh yeah, one of my favorite ones they've done. Yeah.
And she's writing it too. So
Yeah.
and
I love it.
Well, yeah, another example from what we were talking about a second ago. Like you can't sleep on these
actors and actresses,
actor writers,
right.
And then she did write the New Mutant little story arc that was out a little not too
Paul
far ago.
Paul Reiser is the next Iman Vellani.
Which was
Paul fucking Reiser from
which
Mad
was pretty
About
good.
You.
So
From Mad About You.
Man, Paul Reiser's got to be like in his fucking 60s by now. How old is that
guy? Dude, he was old. He's playing like a 15-year older version of himself on Mad About You, and Mad About You was like 25 fucking years ago. You know what I mean?
Paul Reiser's like 60 plus.
Yeah, dude.
I won't be surprised if he's pushing 70.
Yeah, he's like, I better start writing comics before I forget. Anyway, so this is fun. Kamala's like making her hand big to wave to the cops. Pop. Uh-oh. So that's interesting, and then Scotty God just doing the design the way he does design. I love this.
I just love that over the multiple panels on the page.
Yes, I love that way of storytelling, dude, where I just love it. This is like a panel or a page, I guess, that shows why I read comics. You can't do this kind of way of telling a story in any other medium. You just can't do it. You just can't.
Yeah, that's great. You can't basically like, this is Kamala just walking down the street, but each individual panel is what's happening behind her as she goes down the street.
Yeah, it's in motion without being in motion. Her face is telling the story.
Beautifully done.
Yeah, beautifully done. I love Scott Godlewski, man. He is Scotty God's just great. We get a bunch of variants for that, of course, because it's Kamala Khan, including a Peach from Mocha variant, which is nice.
Which will be talking
Sensational She-Hulk is issue. Yeah, right. In a couple minutes, man. I can't wait. So, Sensational She-Hulk hits issue 6. Always a good read. Sentry hits issue number 4. Man, I am still behind on that. I think I read the first issue, and I have not caught up.
It's solid, but like it's nothing it's nothing too special. But it's it's a solid.
It's okay.
Cool. I'll take y'all's word for it. Spectacular Spider-Man. It's Miles and Peter teaming up again. They've done this before. It's Greg Wiseman. Humberto Ramos is doing the art, and that's why I'll be reading it.
That's a big selling point.
Humberto of Humberto Ramos doing any art anywhere, but especially when he's doing Spider-Man.
Yeah, I mean, he has a proven track record with the character specifically. So this
Yeah,
is
and
going
let's look
to
at
be
that. Look at the
gonna be
amazing cover
gorgeous.
he already did for this very first issue.
Yeah, I know. Oh, it's just gorgeous.
Just beautiful
one of
lines
my
on
top
that.
5. Yeah, one of my top 5 Wolverine stories is actually his Civil War arc, where he goes out and hunts Nitro.
That was
Humberto
him. Yeah.
Ramos.
God, I hadn't thought
Oh,
about that in years, but yeah, that
dude.
actually was probably the first arc I ever read that he drew. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And
He
that was
draws
Jason
just
Aaron
this.
doing the writing on that too.
Yes,
God,
it
that's a real
was.
blast from the past.
Dude, right? But
Oh, I almost forgot about that.
dude, it is so damn good. He draws just this beautifully stocky and short and just like a fur ball of fucking hell version of Wolverine. And yeah, I just fell in love with it right away. So when he jumped over to Spider-Man after that, I was like, oh fuck yeah. And then he just, took it up a notch. So but yeah, a lot of variants for that. They're doing a blank cover for that as well. A foil cover. Just yeah, who doesn't? If you're, handing out cards for a variant cover, you want. All right, here we go. Todd Nauk, remember he did all the other headshots.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, this is a much better headshot, Todd.
That looks
Better
good.
headshot.
Honestly,
That looks
just the
fantastic.
inclusion of his upper body looks so much fucking better.
It really does. It's like Marvel's like, no, we ain't paying for the upper body. Just give us the head.
Just give us
Just
the
give
heads.
us the head. Star Wars hits issue 44. Dark Droids D Squad gets a trade collected. This is fucking fantastic. This is just a bunch of famous droids teaming up to take down like a zombie droid army. It was awesome.
Like
It was so good.
Yeah,
It's
it
probably
was
the best
big dumb
event
fun.
of last year, man.
It was big
It
dumb
was
fun.
so fucking fun. What else we got? Thanos hits issue number 4, and then Ultimate X-Men number 1, $6. Peach Momoko doing writing and art though. Yeah, I'm stoked. Who isn't?
Yeah.
Who wouldn't be stoked?
Yeah, I mean, all the Ultimate stuff has been really strong so far.
Yeah, and I was making sure I read the solicit correctly on this one, and I read it where it's just like all the good that the Ultimate Invasion came through for the Ultimate Universe, but this is the opposite side of the coin where people are suffering the consequences from it also.
Okay, that's cool. And of course, if the X-Men are going to suffer, they're the best at that.
So
That's
this is like that kind of like, well, and I think the solicit also said it's like this is normal everyday teenager just wants to be a normal everyday teenager, and next thing you know, the Ultimate Invasion happens, and then shit hits the fan for them. So,
well, that's actually a good juxtaposition of what Spider-Man is traditionally and is now in the Ultimate Universe. Them having a coming-of-age story in Ultimate X-Men definitely makes sense. There's already, like guides for that. Like Kitty is a guide for that. Jubilee, to some extent, is a guide for that. Fuck, Jean, I guess, is also,
and
a good guide for these, coming-of-age stories for girls. That's a great idea.
I think Peach is the best to handle this because the protagonist is,
like Asian American.
Asian American, yeah.
Yeah. I love this variant for her. She's got her own variant for it. It's freaking awesome.
That's an awesome variant.
Yeah. She's just amazing. Venom hits issue number 31. The build up to the Venom War is happening. And then we get this, probably the book. I mean, it sounds weird, but it's Christus Gage writing a multiverse of Logans in Weapon X-Men number 1. It's just a whole bunch of different Logans from around the multiverse hanging out and going on cool adventures. Like Jean Grey's making them go on cool adventures.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
look,
this
there's
is
a zombie
This
one.
is Weapon X.
Men.
Yeah. Right there.
The fuck is the fat Wolverine?
Yeah, he's from Earth X, if you remember Earth X.
I don't remember that at all.
Is that so?
Oh man, dude, it ties into Hickman's whole shit when he was doing Secret Wars, building up to that. It actually ties into that a little bit.
So let's see here. We got Vampire Logan. We got Fat Logan.
No, that's the zombie one.
That's
Zombie
Logan.
one.
Flying Marvel zombies.
Oh, yeah, and then we got Old Man Logan, Lady Logan, and then Weapon X.
Jane Howlett. And she's from like a 1909. She's like a turn of the last century sort of.
And then Age of Apocalypse Logan.
Yeah, Age of Apocalypse Logan, who is missing a hand.
That
looks
has
like extra
Vampire
conditioner
Logan
in his hair.
It looked like Vampire. Yeah, that is Zombie Logan.
Why
Yeah,
the
that's
fuck would you
zombie.
want Zombie Logan
cool
on
that
the
he's-
team? I mean, wouldn't he be just like a huge
I mean, he's a
liability?
dangerous weapon.
All of
I
them
know, that's what I'm
are.
saying.
Why
He's
the
a
hell
huge
would you?
liability, but
You know,
I mean, he eats people though. He eats people.
who
And turns
cares?
them into
Wolverine just
zombies.
fucking carves up
I
people.
don't
Why the
know.
hell is eating them a
Oh,
He
huge
carves them
asset
up,
here?
then he eats them. That makes it a lot
yeah.
easier to hide the bodies.
Ugh.
Well, hopefully they'll like discuss that. Because I tend to agree with you. If I was gonna pick a Logan, I would pick one that was a bit more creative. But I also want to show you here. This looks like Magneto with the fucking Phoenix Force, dude.
Looks like Onslaught.
Oh,
It
man.
might be Onslaught.
It
It's
could be
hard to
Onslaught,
tell.
but they definitely got the Phoenix Force, whoever they are.
But
Oh,
they got the claws though.
Oh yeah, he's
Those
got the
fucking-
hand.
those-
I'm
Oh,
pretty
that's
sure that
true.
is Onslaught, just because of like
It
the cape
is.
details and everything like that. But
And the
yeah.
claws, like you said. But the cape
Those-
is also in there. But the claws, yeah, Onslaught did have the weird claws. Oh, that's gonna be great. That is gonna be freaking awesome. I cannot wait for this, dude. Yildiz Sinar is doing the art. I've liked him ever since he did a Superior Iron Man run back in the day. So yeah, all over that, man. A lot of variants for this one as well. We get one more before the
No,
end
no
of
more
the-
headshots.
Before
Stop.
the end of the show, we get one more. That was actually not bad. I kind of like that. It's not bad.
No,
It's still bad,
sucks.
but it's not as bad as the other two.
It's still
It
bad.
still sucks. And then we get X-Men. It is still bad. And we get X-Men number 32. Gary Duggan, Phil Noto. Always a good book. Always top tier X-Men. It has been since Duggan took over. So, yeah, there you go. I guess we get Wolverine and Wolverine by Claremont and Buscema number 1. Really expensive book. Probably one of the most expensive books in my collection. But anyway, moving on to Dynamite, we get Cruella de Vil number 2. We get more Gargoyles from Dark Ages number 6. That's the prequel. And we get Jennifer Blood, Battle Diary number 4. Yeah, number 4. And then Diamond Select Toys. We don't do toys. And then we move on to everything else. I mean, I don't know. Image has got some okay stuff coming out with Antarctica. Beyond Real number 2 is coming out from Vault. That was pretty good. I don't really want to get into a lot of these. Ooh, Crave number 4 is really good. That's about an app that kind of gives you anything you want, but also tries to kill you or some shit. I don't think anyone's actually died yet.
Be careful what
but
you wish for, type stuff.
Yes. Yeah. I'm telling you,
Is it
internet
like a
horror
monkey's
is
paw
like
type of thing, or what?
Is it a what?
Is it like a monkey paw type of thing, where like it
Yeah,
does? It technically gives you what you asked for, but in like the
So-
worst interpretation possible.
It is kind of like that so far.
There
It
are
hasn't really
some
delved
things-
into it as much as it.
There are
as
some
you-
things you can ask for, but it won't actually give it to you. Like for example, in one of the issues, someone's like, "I just want this one person who I slept with just to admit they love me," and the app just went, "No, I can't give that to you."
Hmm.
So it's
Well,
for
eat a dick.
yeah, it's basically what it was. Like, yeah, this app is like truly like, yeah, we'll give you what you want, but there's a price for it.
It's
But be
it's
careful what you wish
odd
for.
because it's like the people who get what they wish for. There is kind of a monkey's paw thing, from what I can tell, going on. Like it doesn't turn out as they expected, but I think the other idea of the app is it knows you so well that not doing that is like the worst thing I could do to fuck you up. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So I don't know.
exactly.
Yeah,
That's the other part of it.
yeah. So Dark Souls, Willow King, man, it boggles my mind that Dark Souls continues to get more comics. I mean, it's so weird. Anyway, Dead by Daylight hits issue number 4. That's the final issue there. Definitely talk about Devil That Wears My Face, David Pepos. Doing this weird thing. It's your
amazing
traditional
book.
sort of demon possession story, except the demons only possess like popes and nuns and all
Priests.
kinds of religious folks,
Yeah,
priests and shit.
Yeah, this goes through religious people, and it also kills and eats religious
crazy.
people. So it's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very good and very well drawn too. Really good book.
Oh yeah, the body horror on
Empath.
it's a fucking amazing.
Yeah. Godzilla Best of Destroya is worth mentioning just because I like to say the word Destroya, but we get a Biggie cover. I think Biggie peaked during those Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle covers that he did, but this is still
That
pretty
does
cool,
look pretty
you know?
sick right there. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
That's a
He
good
did
cover.
peak during those TMNT covers, but yeah. And they eventually released pops with those covers, dude. You know, so they made a shit ton of money off those covers. And good for him. Good for Biggie. What else we got? Interstellar Dust hits issue number 4 over at AP. King Spawn, because it wouldn't be a Weekend Image without McFarlane. Love Everlasting, Tom King's romance book, continues with issue number 13. What else we got? Night People starts. This is pretty weird, dude. This is over at Oni Press, who is trying to, make a go out of it with a new initiative this year. It's Barry Gifford, Chris Condon, who I think everybody may have heard of, and Brian Level, but it's adapted from a novel that Chris Condon did. Oh, he wrote That Texas Blood and the Enfield Gang Massacre, which is set in the same universe. Very good books.
Oh, okay.
That Texas Blood issue number 1 is one of the best first issues of comics I've ever read. It's poetic perfection. It's so damn good. But it looks like it's sort of going to be an anthology horror book. In our first tale of desperation, fanaticism, and murder, 2 ex-convicts, a pair of inseparable lovers, are out on parole using their newfound freedom to purify the world of men's evil influences and leaving a trail of mutilated bodies in their wake. Yeah, I'm all over that shit. Are you kidding me? That sounds awesome. That sounds like Thelma and Louise meets like Pulp Fiction, and yeah, I'm all about that. So that looks pretty fun. Radiant Black gets collected. Red Light number 3 or 4. This is about it's basically the sex bot revolution. It's kind of like Blade Runner, but with sex robots. It's
pretty
way
good,
better.
Blade Runner had sex robots, though.
It did, but I know, and that's what I'm saying. But that's the only kind of robots there are in this one.
Okay.
Yeah, the only type
good.
of robots you get are sex robots in it, and it's very well done.
Yeah, it's like one of them's built like too well, and now subgenre hits issue number 4. The Fog hits issue number 1. I've been waiting on this. It's Steve Ekstrom over at Sumerian Comics. It is a sequel to the 1980 horror classic, The Fog, where now in 2022, the town is like a place where like these like seekers, these fanatics want to go visit. It's become like this tourist attraction. And
I can see that. This is where the fog. This is where the fog happened. Everybody, let's go there.
Yeah, but
no, I don't want to go where. I don't want to go where the fog was at.
No one should ever want to go where the fog is.
They should horror movies. I would like, especially after like 40 years. I like that actually does sound somewhat believable to me that like people would want to go visit where this like spooky shit happened.
Definitely. But the original Fog movie kind of had this fun social relevance, even though it was kind of underplayed even in the 80s. But I think this can sort of do the same thing with a new sort of spin that's kind of meta in a way. So yeah, I'm in for it, dude. Time Traveler Tales hits issue number 4 over at Dark Horse. That's an all ages read. TMNT Saturday Morning Cartoons hits issue number 11. That has been fun as shit. But the big one from IDW, TMNT, The Last Ronin number 2, Re-Evolution number 1. That is a mouthful. This is going to make a shit ton of money. Kevin Eastman, Tom Waltz
coming back to write.
Dude, I mean, this is going to be something, dude.
Okay, but what's the premise here? Because like
it's a continuation of the first one, where we left like Casey Jones' daughter.
The first issue.
I know, but there were other mutants like hanging out. And there was Casey Jones's daughter. I've read like the first 4 or 5 pages of it because I was so busy today, but it was okay. But it was just okay.
I don't feel like this will ever reach the heights of the original Last Ronin.
Yeah,
because the Last Ronin was.
It can't.
The Last Ronin was Michelangelo, by the way. Spoilers alert.
That's not a spoiler. It was in the first issue.
Yeah, and they have to know by now. They have to know.
Everybody.
Also, like Last Ronin started like 10 years ago, and it ended like 2
and the last
years
issue
ago.
came out like last week.
Yeah.
Yeah. It did take forever to come out. It was worth the wait, but man,
it was good. Yeah, it was really good, but that story was over. Like, I don't know that there was an organic way to continue that story. I mean, they defeated.
There's really not.
They defeated the whole clan. Mikey was dead, and of course, all of his brothers and Splinter and everyone and Casey were all dead before the story even started. So yeah, there's Casey Marie, I think her name was, but other than that, I don't know like what other characters that are already used. There's April, but like
Yeah. Well, they're
I don't
just going
know.
to carry. They're going to, from what I've read in the first few pages, they're going to carry on the story as it played out in the first volume, and then sort of harken back, have flashbacks to the guys, doing their thing. Splinter, you know what I mean, and like sort of juxtaposing stories of young and
Oh,
old.
so
I
it's
don't know,
like
man. We'll
more of the
see.
fall of the team. It's the fall of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles as
Yeah.
they're dying.
That was in the last Ronin. They did a
Exactly.
They did a flashback
Yeah.
to every single one of his brothers dying.
Yeah. So
I don't know.
So what are
I'm
they
only
gonna do
3 or
then?
4 pages in. I wish I'd have finished it, man, because I really want to know what it's all about too. Where the hell are they going?
I mean, I don't want to just dismiss this out of hand. I haven't read it, but like, I cannot imagine what this story is even going to be. There were not loose threads from the
Yeah,
original
why would I want?
series.
And my question is why? Why would I want to read more about that universe? The whole compelling part about that universe was there was a last Ronin.
Yeah, that was
Now
it.
there
Yeah,
ain't no more last Ronin. He gone. He gone. And
like
I don't know. I don't get it.
cynically, this just seems like they
Yes.
struck gold with that first story, and they're just trying to like keep engagement for it. Which I don't blame them. They're running a business, but I just
Yeah.
I can't think of
Agreed.
a storytelling reason for this to exist.
Yeah, me neither. Moving on. Enrico Sanchez Abuli and Eduardo Riso, another favorite of mine. Torpedo 1972 #1. It's like Legends of Suburbs of New York, Trigger Happy Sicilian. It's like crime, shit like that. It leans into the Godfather with look at that amazing Godfather art. That's just so great. I mean, and oh, look at that. I mean, oh, that looks so fun, dude. I love that historical pulpy noir with the setting. Yeah, yeah, I'm into this. I'm into this. I'm gonna hopefully I can find a copy of this. It looks cool. Void Rivals #7. Usually we'd be all up in arms about an issue from the Energon universe, but I'm not even. I've read this issue already. I'm not even sure it's worthy enough for a moment of destruction. It was just okay. There were no like cameos. There's really nothing here except the Void Rival story moving forward. And the only cool part about the Void Rival story, in my opinion, is the fact that there's Autobots and Decepticons and shit in there. And the fact
Well,
that there aren't
yeah,
any
but
in this issue
you're a
pisses.
thirsty slut for those things,
I
though.
am. I am exactly.
Yeah, you kind of
Exactly.
are.
No, I am. I admit it. Oh,
I
and I'm
haven't been reading
happy
this, so
about it.
I can't like in good faith speak in its defense here. But the story, ideally, the story should be able to stand on its own without needing to just be like, "Hey, check it out, it's fucking Jetfire," every
And it
issue.
does. It's sort of like that movie Enemy Mine. Remember that movie Enemy Mine where the two enemies, it's a sci-fi movie. Lou Gossett Jr. is in it, all dressed
Yep.
up like an alien. It's fucking dope. But they like team up and partner up and have to partner up to help each other.
Yeah.
And that's what they ends up happening here. But it's kind of a slow go. Now there's a mercenary on their ass. And that's basically the whole issue. #7 is just this mercenary coming and getting on their ass.
It's starting to sound like the plot of Saga, honestly.
Oh, right. Yeah. It's not as good as Saga. Saga is
Oh, well,
more.
Saga's great, so.
Saga has just more. I don't even read Saga for the story, really. I read Saga to see what they're going to talk about in the story. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Walking Dead DLX 84, because it wouldn't be a week at Image without Robert Kirkman. But he's right next doing the writing on Void Rivals too. So there we get a double dose. And that's it, y'all. Man, it is a hell of a week. I mean, it's got to be
Yeah.
all Marvel for me. The Wolverines, the
Oh yeah,
Ultimate.
Marvel is pretty
Marvel's the big-
overwhelming this
yeah.
week between like Spider-Man and Avengers.
Those are the three.
And Captain
those are the
America.
three I'm looking forward to. That's the Humberto Ramos art. I'm
Yeah.
getting that Weapon X and that Peach Momoko fucking Ultimate X.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ultimate
I mean,
X-Men
all the
is gonna
Ultimate
be-
stuff has been rad as hell. So yeah, definitely looking forward to that as well. DC's got the Batman and also the Black Label Batman, the first night.
Yes,
I think it was called.
I'm looking
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that as well. There's also that Miss Marvel book, the Mutant Menace book.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Marvel has got a bunch of shit coming out, including Avengers. They got that What If Alien that I'm going to be reading just because I gotta know.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Gotta know
DC's
what
only got like
happens
2 or
when
3
Paul
books
doesn't
that I
die.
really care about. What, Andy?
Yeah, you got to know what happens when Paul doesn't die in it.
Yeah, when Paul.
I
Reiser
will
doesn't
say
die
that,
with
like,
Helen Hunt.
of all the premises that they could have done for like a what if, like even like if they had picked any other character, I probably would care more.
Maybe they didn't want to write the comics. Sigourney Weaver's like, no, I work. I'm an actor.
Sigourney
I'm
Weaver
actually
did
doing
survive. She
stuff."
doesn't need to fucking
Yeah,
like.
I know
said-
she makes
yeah,
it.
What is she gonna write? What if Ripley died? I mean, what the fuck is that?
What if
what
Alien 3 never fucking happened?
Oh, that would
Oh.
be nice.
That would be awesome.
That'd
Are
be
you
good.
kidding me?
That'd be amazing.
That would be
And-
awesome.
Well,
Same
that's
with
where,
Alien Resurrection.
well, that's where we're kind of coming
Yeah.
to the uncomfortable truth of like Alien as a franchise. There are 2 good Alien movies and a whole bunch of other stuff that's just kind of meh.
You're right. You're right.
There's the
my
Alien
third-
game that was pretty solid. That I think it was
Yeah.
Alien Isolation.
Yeah, Alien Isolation's amazing.
I
yeah.
think my favorite Alien movie, like the third favorite, is Alien versus Predator. You have to have a Predator in there.
Alien versus Predator, I don't
Make
really
cool.
count, but that is fun. I mean, it's stupid, but
I
fun.
love
Yeah,
it.
it's big dumb
I
fun.
love it. Yeah, I love it. It's so fun. I'll just put it on the background sometimes, just to like, ooh, oh. Anyway, that's us, y'all. Thanks for hanging out. We really appreciate it. If you like what we're doing, check out what the Bullies are doing. I'm not sure they had a show last night. They may have. It's Leroy and Eli talking pop culture, but Eli appears to be in Santa Cruz, California, where they filmed the what's that fucking 80s movie? Lost Boys, the Lost Boys movie. Like that's not why he went, but while he was there, he was like, "Oh, I'm going to the town where they shot Lost
Okay,
Boys."
well, that could be fun.
So check
Yeah.
them out. They usually show off their shit on Sunday nights pretty late, but get links to everything they got going on and everything that we got going on at outrightgeeker.com. News previews, socials, audios, videos, all the good stuff. We'd really appreciate it. Also go there and join the group. Facebook.com/outrightgeekery. No, /group/outrightgeekery, I think. I don't remember. Anyway, search
don't
Outright
remember.
Geekery or go to outrightgeekery.com and find the link. No bullying. But Andy's running that shit over there, and it's fantastic. Whole lot of fun. If you like what we did tonight and talked about all the books before we read them, just wait till we actually read them. Come back next Sunday, about 7 o'clock Central, and we're going to talk about all the new books and news and all kinds of awesome shit. So, yeah. Again, thanks for hanging out, everybody. We really appreciate it. But thanks to, most of all, to these guys for hanging out with this guy.
Hey.
Waka waka.
We are going to do it again next time.
Same geek time, same geek channel.
Did with this Ultimate X-Men and that fucking Batman movie. When are we getting that Spider-Man book?